Alright, Zebrasexuals, this is take 2, because my computer seems to want to troll me every time. Because I got into the groove of when I opened Audacity, it always had my headset microphone selected, and then the one time I don't opt to check it changes it to my internal microphone on my laptop, so the recording was terribly botched. So, we're doing number 2 again. This is an RU match that I had during my stream when we were waiting for the big Pokemon announcement of Pokemon X and Y on Monday night. And we were figuring what to do, so I went to random.org, or random Pokemon generator, and then I random generated a team and agended it, and I went on to Smogon to find a match. And I looked up the tiers, and my highest tiered Pokemon was RU, so I went to look for an RU match, and I found one. This is against Boboyy23. So, he's got quite a few Pokemon that could be lead Pokemon. He's got Aerodactyl, Rotom, and he's got Minchino. So, there's a lot of Volt switching, and maybe, or not a lot of Volt switching, but he's got 2 Pokemon that could Volt switch. So, I'm just going to lead off with Garbodor, because that was the first Pokemon that I got in the random generator, so I'm just going to lead off with it. And I figured, hey, why not? Garbodor's kind of a beast. So, he's going to Volt switch on me. I'm going to take the hit very well, and I was like, hey, you know what? I'm just going to Gunk Shot. I am a weak armor set with normal gem explosion, but I do have spikes. But really looking at his team, I don't think I'm really going to benefit much from spikes, because 2 Pokemon that he has are immune to it, and it's really just not going. I'm not going to be able to set up much because I keep thinking this Aerodactyl has Earthquake. So I'm like, okay, he sets up his rocks. My team, I don't really have anything that's really like weak to rocks, so it's like it's whatever. So I'm just going to go for the normal gem explosion and just decide to kill myself and maybe take out this Aerodactyl because. Oh, and I learned something new that I never knew before, that rock resists poison, because I was like, oh yeah, just shot the Aerodactyl, stab, and just does lots of damage. Oh wait, it's resistant. I didn't know that. So, it's a double down, and it's obvious that he's going to go into Rotom, and I was like, I could go into Seismitoad and just try and get him to Leaf Storm and switch into something else that could resist it, like Drapion, but that's not the case, so I'm just going to end up just going straight off with Drapion, just going for the poison jab and just trying to do as much damage as I can. I do have agility, but really agility is not going to really do much against this team. Maybe if I had Sword Stance, I probably would have been in a better shape, but I'm just going to go for a combination of poison jab, Night Slash, maybe try and get a crit, but he's got a physically defensive Druddigon with rough skin, so, you know, it's going to not do anything. Plus, he has the glare, so it's like, ugh. So, Druddigon's in here, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to bring in Seismitoad, and I'm going to threaten him out with an Ice Beam, right? You know, that's the most logical thing to do is, you know, okay, I have Seismitoad, he has Ice Beam, but I decided to go for Focus Blast on the off chance he wants to switch into Lantern or Magmortar to sponge the said Ice Beam, but he decides that he's just, you know, I'm just going to stay in and just let Druddigon die, and I was like, oh, well, that was not what I predicted, because I think I'm Choice Specs, actually. I'm Choice Specs, yeah, I'm Choice Specs, I believe. I don't think I'm Leftovers or anything, but I just go for the Focus Blast. Druddigon lives on like 30 HP, and Dragon Tails me out into Emboar. So I'm like, okay, well, I have Emboar out. So I was like, okay, he's got like little HP. Maybe a Flame Charge could take him out, because I could just like Flame Charge and get +1 speed and try and like get like a mini sweep going on, maybe. Maybe I could do that with Emboar. So I'm just going to go for the Flame Charge. I'm like, please take out the Druddigon. I know he's like, I guess he needs max defense and HP and all that, but I was just hoping it'd take it out, and it does take it out, and I get the +1 speed, and I'm like, alright. Good to go. We're good to go, Emboar, and we're just gonna, you know, we're just gonna have like a little mini sweep going on right here now. So, I'm gonna lose some Life Orb HP and all that stuff. So he's gonna bring back in Beam, his little Rotom cut with the Volt Switch, and go for the Volt Switch. I'm like, all right, I'm an Emboar. I can sponge the Volt Switch like a champ, and it's gonna do some damage to me. It's gonna bring me down into Blaze range. So I'm like, okay, something is probably gonna die. So he's gonna end up bringing in his Lantern to try and sponge the Flare Blitz, but it's a Blaze Boost. Oh my God, I cannot talk. Blaze boosted Life Orb, boosted Stab, boosted Flare Blitz, Flare Blitz. So I'm gonna end up getting the burn on the Lantern, but it's gonna end up living it, but it does a shit ton of damage to it. So I'm okay with that. I will take that in stride and bring out my next Pokemon, which is Millie by Miltank. If you know, the name Millie is the name of my Azumarill, so I just kind of named it Millie the Miltank and Millie the, well, I always named Miltank Mitsuba, so whatever. So I'm going to go for the Body Slam, and go ahead and just take out the Lantern, and I think Miltank puts off a mini sweep because it's so bulky. So he's going to go for the tail slap, and unfortunately he's going to miss, and I'm going to be able to hit the body slam and get the first turn body slam para. So Miltank is going to be paralyzed, and I'm going to be able to just wreck it right now. So I figured Seismitoad is paralyzed right now, and he does have a Magmortar left, and I'm thinking I might need Seismitoad just for a Magmortar, because I keep thinking, like, alright, Magmortar, he's not going to be scarfed, because, his Rotom is scarfed, and Seismitoad is definitely faster than Magmortar, and Seismitoad can just win me the game against it, as I can hit it with a Hydro Pump, and just demolish that Magmortar. But, so I Heal Bell and cure it of its paralysis, because I think, Seismitoad is going to be the Pokemon that's going to win me the game at the end. So, I'm going to go with the Body Slam again on the, after I Heal Belt on the Minccino, and then my emulator, Desmume, just decided, like, since I guess I was browsing while I was also recording, just decided the frames just wanted to drop entirely, so this part's going to be, like, really slow, even though it is 2.5 times speed or whatever. But, here he decides to go for Bullet Seed. I guess he was also seeing that I was going for the, curing my Seismitoad and thought I wanted to bring that in, so he just went for the Bullet Seed. But it would have been hilarious if I did have Sap Sipper, but obviously I didn't, because that probably wasn't really a thought in my mind until I saw that he went for Bullet Seed, and I was like, oh my god, doesn't Miltank get Sap Sipper? Would have been hilarious if I had Sap Sipper and just got +5, but it would have been hilarious, but I do not have Sap Sipper. I'm just, standard NU Miltank with thick fat and, just max HP, max defense, or close to max defense and, just summon attack. But there he gets full paralyzed on the Milk Trank, which means I'm going to be at full HP to take on the other 2 Pokemon in his team. And I'm like, sorry guys, I'm just like really still nasally, really, for, I don't know why, it's just like the past week and a half I've just been crazy nasally, and it's just been bothering me so much. But he's going to bring in Rotom Cut. I'm going to be able to take the Leaf Storm, just because I am Miltank and I am bulky. And there's another reason why Sap Sipper would have been awesome to have, just because he could only hit me with Thunderbolt, and I've been like, ha, joke's on you. But I'm going to go for the Body Slam, and just hopefully I can get this thing paralyzed so I can handle it better. But since I got all my hacks on the Minccino, I'm not going to get it on the Rotom. I guess that's just how the game decided it wanted to be here now. But -2 Leaf Storm, I was like, hey, maybe he can miss, or maybe it'll like minimize, or maybe I can like live it barely, but no, that's not going to be the case. I think I went for Milk Drink just in case I could live it and just try and outstall the Rotom, but turns out not to be the case. I'm like, okay, he's -4, he's locked in on Leaf Storm, he's got to go for Leaf Storm or something. I'm not sure what he wants to do, so I'm just like, okay, go for the Leaf Storm. I'm like, okay, I can't remember if I'm physically defensive or especially defensive, but I am a Corsola, and he's -4, and I'm like, hey, maybe I can live, and I'm like, Corsola, let's get a sweep going, and I'm like, Corsola's not going to sweep, but it's going to be doing something, and he's going to bring me down to 19 HP as I get the Mirror Coat off on it and double that damage back to him, and just take out this Rotom finally. Jeez, I know, right? Jeez, this thing has been bolt switching all day. So, Corsola is in here, and she's looking great, except for the fact that he has Magmortar left. I'm like, okay, Magmortar has Thunderbolt, I think, or, I'm not sure what this Magmortar really wants to do, because he's not going to be Scarfed, and he might be Specs, I don't know. So I'm just going to go for the Scald, just on the off chance he wants to do something fishy, but, he goes for Sub, and I'm like, okay, so he's Sub, 3 attacks, obviously, maybe, so I'm like, okay, so he's going to have, like, Flamethrower, Thunderbolt, Focus Blast, right? So I'm like, okay, no problem. I can bring in Seismitoad and just take this thing on when Corsola finally dies. So I'm like, okay, bring on the Focus Blast, bring on the Thunderbolt. But he goes for Hidden Power. And I'm like, uh-oh. Has he got Hidden Power Fighting just because, he doesn't want to miss Focus Blast, maybe? Maybe he's got Hidden Power Fighting? But, when I saw the Hidden Power, I was like, oh god, he's got Hidden Power Grass, right? Why does he have Hidden Power Grass? I was like, crap. I'm like, alright, well, it doesn't matter. Seismitoad's faster and he's not Scarfed. So, I'm gonna end up taking him out with a Hydro Pump, right? Nope. Magmortar's base speed is 83. Seismitoad, 74, I think. So, I overly estimated, or underestimated Magmortar and overly estimated Seismitoad. So, he's going to end up taking me out with Hidden Power Grass and end up taking the game with a narrow 1-0. So that was a really good game. I really thought, well, if I was timid, I would have outsped, but we were both modest, so that's just how it goes, because I was modest specs and he was modest max's special attack. So that's going to end up being the match. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It was it was a somewhat quick RU match. It's just that my emulator decided it wanted to drop frames, so the recording just was really slow. But I hope you guys enjoyed this. So leave a like, comment, subscribe, and go check out Boboyy23's channel. He's got the video posted on his channel with his narration from his side, so you can go check that out. And he's got the cool special effects, so it looks like we're battling on a beach. So you go check that out. And that'll be pretty much it for me today. I do have another battle uploaded, or backed up, that I can upload probably later on this week, maybe on Friday or something. So I am pretty much done here talking, so I will catch you Zebra Sexuals later. Cheers!